ACC on ESPN. It is a very warm night in Durham, North Carolina. We're at Duke University ready for a tasty midweek matchup. Top 25 showdown. Tennessee has made the trip to Durham to take on the Duke Blue Devils. Great to have you with us alongside Daniel Laurie. I am Eric Freed. This should be a great matchup because you have two of the top teams in the country. We have national picture to talk about, of course, but then you have this matchup of a team in Duke that hit 12 home runs in their series against North Carolina this past weekend against the #1 pitching staff in the country that's given up as a team just 20 home runs all season.
Well, and I think it's cool when you get a postseason feel midweek. I think that's something cool to experience, knowing the postseason is coming, but when you have the bats of Duke with the combo pitching of Tennessee, it's going to be a fierce matchup for sure.
And one of the great stars of the game will be in the circle to start for the Lady Vols. That is, of course, Carlin Pickens.
Wow, I mean, I don't know what else you can say about this young lady. When you think of Tennessee, you think of Carlin Pickens. Obviously, she can throw it hard. We know that. I think she's starting to really come into her own from that Belmont injury. She's just continued to get better and better. That no hitter, against Kentucky last weekend was big. Needs to use that momentum going into today. And Amina Vega, listen, she to me is so good. 7 for 10 this last weekend against UNC with 3 home runs. When you think of these types of matchups, that postseason super regional feel, she is a player that you expect to step up, say, hey, get on my back, let's go, I'm going to show you the way.
She is the ACC Player of the Week after hitting 700 in the North Carolina series. Duke took 2 out of 3 in that series. Here they are on their home field today to take on this Tennessee team that will put this starting lineup out tonight, with Ella Dodge getting her first time in the leadoff spot for Tennessee, with Alana Leach, Emma Clark, Elsa Morrison, Gabby Leach 1 through 5 in the lineup. 85 degrees here in Durham as we are ready to go. Cassidy Curd throws the first pitch and it misses for ball 1 to Ella Dodge. Curd is the workhorse of this Duke staff.
She is that senior, and she's someone you would expect to get the ball on a big night, sold out crowd, this type of feel.
Misses for a ball, 2-0.
And I think, too, the importance of getting a start like this, sometimes you can be a little overamped, right? Like, it's just this crowd, this kind of momentum that you feel. It's just trying to slow the heart rate a little bit.
There's a strike. It's 2-1.
And I kind of like to break down just her pitch percentage. That rise ball tends to be something she goes to quite a bit, but that lefty curveball that is sweeping across from the left-handed hitters, her dangerous pitch, that when she can get that and command that, it really makes everything that much better. Can sprinkle in that changeup occasionally as well.
Just hit 68 on the gun. That's probably the upper end of what she'll bring when it comes to velocity tonight. Counts even up at 2-2. Just getting a piece, hit the 68 again. Dodge getting the start. As I mentioned, first time batting leadoff, as Gabby Leach will bat 5th here tonight. Ella, the sophomore, plays second base. 3 for 11 in the Kentucky series, a couple of home runs. Tennessee hit 8 home runs in that Kentucky series. So both these teams swinging the bats well. Soft liner, short hop Vega scoops it, but a wild throw. And Dodge's save, heading to second base, where she'll stop there. An early error here to get things started.
Well, what seemed like it was going to be just a simple out, she goes and gets this pitch, just a little soft dribbler, and Vega just not able to get the throw. And I would also say Baker at first base just not setting her footwork up accordingly to be able to receive that. Costly miscue there for Duke right out of the gate.
Also seemed like Baker didn't really have the time to get over there. Everything happened a little quick there. You mentioned the crowd, the atmosphere, the feel. These are two teams high up in the RPI. This is a critical late season midweek game. This is expected to be the first regular season sellout, as that one is sent foul off the bat by Alana Leach. So this is a huge game for what is still a very young Duke program.
Yeah, and I just think going through these types of feels is so important to put you in a position to feel what it'll feel like in postseason, right? Like, remember this Duke team going to the World Series 2024.
Swing and a miss. Good bounce back by Curd after the error on Vega, one down to get Leach.
And that's what I was going to say. This is huge. That pitch is so good. To be able to have her teammates back in that moment, that little defensive mistake for sure, but composed Cassidy Curd comes back with the strikeout.
Here's Emma Clark. Sophomore plays first base at .287 on the season, 9 home runs, 28 runs batted in. Clark hit her 9th homer of the season in that Kentucky series. That's inside for a ball. It's 2-0.
And tends to do a whole heck of a lot better against left-handed pitching. 343 average against those lefties, 259 against those right-handers. Tend to not face lefties nearly as much as the righties, but backed off the plate a little bit.
Ground ball to the shortstop, handled there by Jessica Oakland, who throws on to Baker at first. Moving to third is Dodge, 2 down.
I always feel like the first inning of these types of games is so important, right? To just feel all the feels, get it out of your system, be able to just go back in the dugout if you're Duke. It's just so important. Can't express enough. A sold-out crowd, just this energy, like you mentioned, the importance of wanting to push hard to be someone that can host in the postseason, try to get that super regional host. There's always so much that plays into it that you're thinking about at times as an athlete as well.
But these are the moments when you're putting together a schedule that you love to have, right? We're on April 15th. I know you got your taxes done. You did get your taxes done, right?
My husband did all that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
We're covered then.
Yeah.
You say April 15th, that pops in your head. But you say April 15th, we're a month from the NCAA regionals.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just about here. So you want to feel pressure this time of year just to get that feeling of the postseason. In on the hands and fouled off by Morrison. It's 1-2.
Well, if there's something that you feel that isn't comfortable, I'm able to find a way to like fight through it. It's not a regional right now. It's not a conference tournament right now. It's what am I feeling on defense in this type of situation? In the circle, especially, different pressure they feel.
Curd misses. It's 2-2 to Morrison. Morrison, good against Kentucky. 4 hits, 3 walks, had a home run. Trying to stay hot here against Duke. Curd misses. The count goes full with 2 down.
And that's that changeup by Cassidy Curd, coming in at 59. A little bit up in the zone.
Ready with the 3-2. That's out of play. Curd was busy against North Carolina, appeared in all 3 games. Starting 2, 13 in the 3rd innings of work. Gave up 14 hits and 6 earned runs as Duke took 2 out of 3 down the road in Chapel Hill. 8-2 in game 3 on Sunday. 5 home runs in that game of their 12. That's out of play. Good battle by Morrison.
And sometimes, too, it just feels fresh to play someone else out of your conference, right? Like just the gauntlet of that SEC and ACC grind. You're playing the same opponent for 3 days straight. I think sometimes when you get to mix it up, too, and play someone else, it just allows for you to take a little bit of a breather. That's what it's like once you get into the regionals and supers, hopefully making it to Oklahoma City.
Fly ball to right center field. Center fielder Jennings calls for it, and the error does not hurt Duke in the first inning. Blue Devils and that red-hot offense when we come back. Starting lineup for the Blue Devils. There you see the cleanup hitter, Tyrena Jones. Team best 17 home runs. Team best 62 runs batted in. Jennings, Vega, Oakland before we get to Jones with Lamar, Mathis, Rodriguez, Baker, and Matthews rounding out the lineup. And they will face the ace, Carlin Pickens.
Yeah, you love it. Everybody knows this young lady. Good amount of innings. Had a little bit of a hiccup with getting hurt a couple weeks ago, took a little bit of time off, and has just continued to get better and better post-injury, and tends to favor that drop ball a little bit down in the zone. Will climb that ladder. I want to see that changeup increase. To me, when she throws that pitch more, postseason last year, she threw that about 20% through the regionals, supers, and Women's College World Series. That's a difference maker for her, so look for her to try to go to that a little bit more.
Starts with ball one to Deanna Jennings. 66 hits on the season, second on the team at hitting .434. 4 for 11 in the North Carolina series. She's got some pop these days, but this is what she's done well throughout her Duke career. Four-year starter for the Blue Devils gets things started with a leadoff single against Pickens.
Well, and swinging early in the count. Look where the pitch, it's missed over the heart of the plate, but it is 76 miles an hour, and it just goes to show hitters these days can hit high-velocity pitches. That's why the change will be such an important piece for not only Carlin Pickens, but pitchers in this game in order to go far, because, I mean, 76, that's just throwing a heater.
Mina Vega swinging a miss for strike one. So mentioned at the top, Vega, ACC Player of the Week, leading the team .471. She's got a 15-game hit streak. Ground ball off the glove of Pickens into center field. It's a base hit. Jennings heading to third, scooped up there by Rutan. Taking second on the throw is Vega, and Duke. Early signs are they have not cooled off since the weekend.
Well, and understanding what the plan is, they're swinging early in the count. We're 4 pitches in and a runner on second and third. They're knowing that she's going to bring something in and around the zone. I love the base running by Jennings. This puts her team in a position to move an additional 60 feet.
Swung on, crushed to left, off the scoreboard. 3-run shot, Jessica Oakland. What a statement by Duke in the first against Carlin Pickens. One word comes to mind.
Goosebumps?
Wow.
I mean, my body right now has goosebumps all over. This is what it's all about, this crowd, and it's just contagious. 5 pitches in, they're already up 3-0. Turns on a pitch that's up and in, almost like she knew it was coming. Bad speed, all the things through the zone, and you love the swagger. This is what it's all about. Sports, to me, showcase so much, and you can just be whoever you want to be, and I love that. Obviously, frustrations, no doubt, for Carlin Pickens, but cannot go without saying the plan for Duke of swinging early in the count and capitalizing on mistakes. Wow.
So Karen Weekly out to the circle, and she's made a pitching change. Now, she did say before the game that part of the plan was to start with Pickens, go to Sage Margetko, but I don't think it was on this time frame after a 3-run homer. It was hopefully you get 3 outs or maybe 6 outs, but wow, Duke jumps out. Oakland with their 9th home run of the season to make it a 3-0 game.
Yeah, that was the plan. Let's just make that very clear that Carlin Pickens was going to be coming out pretty soon, whether it was the first 3 hitters or the first time through the order. Karen Weekly even made that clear. But yeah, I mean, hey, there is a ton of momentum right now for Duke. There's no outs on the board. 3 back-to-back-to-back hits. I think it's important to just make this change and give Sage Marjetko that opportunity. It's almost like she's starting the game.
Marjetko got the start in game 2 of the Kentucky series, went 5, gave up 3 hits, came on in relief in game 3, pitched 2 innings, gave up 2 hits. She comes in with her team trailing 3-0 and a strike to Jones.
Good mix of pitches as well. That rise drop tends to favor a little bit, but can go side to side, and then mix in that changeup. You see her sprinkle that in, 50 miles an hour.
Jones lifts it foul and out of play. 354 on the season for the grad student. 4 for 12, 3 home runs, 9 runs batted in the North Carolina series.
Well, and multiple 3-run home runs. I think that, to me, so good when there's pressure on to be able to step up. And at times has had streaky moments, but gosh, when Jones, is on, she's on, and she's just been so clutch and important for them. And I just still can't believe. First inning, let's go.
The 0-2. Squib to the right side. Well played by Clark, who gets to the bag for out number 1 of the first. Including the Oakland home run, that's now 15 home runs for Duke batters in these 5 games. That includes here tonight, these last 5 games.
Yeah, I said that to you before the game even kicked off. Like, Duke can really swing it. To me, the question is, how is their pitching going to be able to hold up when it comes to conference tournament time and then the postseason? That really has been the only snake-bitten type stuff that I think about. I've never doubted the fact that Duke can't absolutely mash. But it comes down to sometimes just that pitching. How is that going to hold up?
Layla Lamar with a fly ball to left field. Holly has it. 2 down. Well, the fact that Oakland did it against Carlin Pickens, who came into the game with a 1.2 earned run average, a whip of .83, opponents hitting 106 and giving up just 1 earned run in her last 5 appearances, adds to how impressive that shot was by Oakland.
And looking at the, that home run, I mean, not a horrible spot. I mean, that was a high velo up and in, like absolutely turning on a pitch. Sometimes you got to tip your cap as a pitcher.
So maybe an illegal pitch was called and take that fly ball away because Lamar's at the plate. So 1 out. 1-2 count, make it a 2-2 count. Let's go back and see if we can pick it up for Marjetko for the illegal pitch.
And I'm wondering if they are saying maybe her front foot moving a little bit forward. I don't see anything that stands out to me.
Off speed, pulls the string, 46 to get Lamar looking. Now there's 2 down. I was about to say, don't ask me. You're the expert on this, if it's an illegal pitch. Not to say that you are an expert at illegal pitches. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Well,
that you just would know what.
I will.
Fly ball to center field. Settling under it is Morgan, and that does it. How about the start for the Duke Blue Devils in this top 25 showdown with Tennessee? Jessica Oakland with the shots. Duke with the celebration. The Blue Devils with the early lead. Jessica Oakland, the junior from San Jose, played at Minnesota where she was a 2-year starter, Big Ten Player of the Year in her time with the Gophers. So you know she can swing it. You know she can get it done in the field and at the plate. And she showed that on Carlin Pickens' 5th pitch of the game. Pickens threw 5. And Karen Weekly's team is down by 3 after the first. Most runs allowed in the first inning in about 6 weeks. It's inside for a ball to Gabby Leach, junior right fielder, batting 5th. 309 on the season, 8 homers, 31 runs batted in. Two and one.
When I think of these Leach sisters, I mean, they're just, to me, a key piece to this offense. Kind of when you think of leaders, right, with how young this team is. Those 2 juniors are not only helping out offensively, but
Grounded right side off the glove of the first baseman, and Leach will be safe. Leadoff is aboard for the 2nd time in as many innings.
well, and I just kind of feel like this is definitely a play that needs to be made by Baker. Just pops out of the mid. I think she would have had enough speed if she were to have gloved that cleanly to make her way over to first base. Obviously, Vega, I think, would have been there, but.
Second error for Duke. 38 now on the season. They came in with a fielding percentage of .970. By comparison, Tennessee at .979. Taylon Holly, freshman, fouls it off, down in the count now 0-2.
And sometimes as pitchers too, it's like, how quick can I reel in the things that I have zero ability to control, right? Can't control the errors, the little mistakes, all of that, but I can control the next pitch. My team has just put up a 3-spot off Carlin Pickens in the bottom of the first inning, like lock in, next pitch, approach.
Oh, that's inside, and Holly is hit by a pitch. So mistake by Curd puts first and seconds on the base paths for Tennessee with nobody out.
And if Cassidy Curd could get one back, it would be this pitch, 0-2, trying to climb the ladder with that rise ball. Leaks in a little bit too far. And then on the flip side, Eric, if you're Tennessee, we got a punch here. Like, we've been given 2 opportunities with the defense as well as the hit by pitch. Looks like
it literally left a mark.
Yeah. Ouch.
So they're patching up Holly's arm. Great start for Marissa Young's team against Duke.
Being able to respond, I think, is for both sides. I think Cassidy Curd in the situation to just, hey, okay, hit the hitter, whatever, move on, next pitch. We got 3 runs up on the board. Like, those are things that give you a different sense of confidence.
We talked about how important this is, too, because here's Tennessee, 6th in the RPI, Duke 13th in the RPI. So how important it is for Duke. You get a win against a team that's number 6 in the RPI. You're trying to solidify that spot in the top 16, as you mentioned before.
Yeah.
And you get a win here against Tennessee, run the table or come close in the ACC, you're in the mix for a top 8, which is so coveted.
And we just know the importance of when you get to host at home, your crowd, your field, all of the things.
Ooh, that's up and in on Rutan, who was squaring to bunt, and can smile about it now, but that was coming with a little purpose.
And at times you can say this about Cassidy Curd. She is a little bit effectively wild, and I don't think at times it's a bad thing. I think it instills a little bit of fear in a hitter. Sometimes when you know a pitcher at times may be letting a rise ball rip and you're just, oops, a little too close. That fear factor, I think, is huge.
That's fouled out of play, and it's 1-2 to the Tennessee third baseman. Brought her average up to 259 on the season after a 3-for-6 weekend against Kentucky. Also had 2 walks and one of Tennessee's 8 home runs. Curd gets the strikeout. One away. So they tried to sacrifice with Rutan. She couldn't get down the bunt, then swinging away. Can't catch up to that one up top.
Well, and it's just pitcher perfect. And when you look at Maddie Rutan and the in-zone swings and misses, so pitches that are going to go through the zone and up and out, that rise ball is the highest at 23%. So sometimes pitchers want data, sometimes they don't. We know this is just, at times it feels like a hitter's game with how much access they have to all the things on pitchers. But pitchers have it as well, that hitters tend to swing at a little bit more, and
Bella fouls it off.
Certain situations, I just think it's sometimes can be a little system overload. At the end of the day, that was key strikeout for her in that moment with the air and the hit by pitch.
Here comes the 0-2 from Curd. For a moment there, I thought you were drifting into a, in my day,
oh, no.
speech,
No.
Danielle.
No.
The 1-2. Fouled off.
No.
But think about that. You now know as a broadcaster, and you could still go out there and get people out if you wanted to, but it's too hot for that today.
Today was way too.
But think about the amount of information, the analytics, how that has just exploded over these last few years. And sometimes there can be too much that is thrown at you instead of just like, you probably went out there like, hey, look, me against you, I'm going to get you.
And at times, too, I know pitchers are spin rate and tilt and act great. Does that measure how much you compete when you cross the lines? Does it measure that bulldog competitor under pressure executing big pitches and big moments? No, it doesn't. It's a cool stat that people will look at, and college coaches recruit these athletes on it, but the ones that can fight back, like this to me is so key for Cassidy Curd. Action right out of the gate with the air and the hit by pitch, but it's the back-to-back strikeouts and the attention to detail on throwing big pitches in big moments, and she's climbed the ladder on the last 2 strikeouts to Rutan and Faw. Love it.
Curd up to 99 strikeouts on the season in 112 innings of work. Leach reached on an error. Holly was hit by a pitch, but then back-to-back strikeouts like Danielle's been mentioning. You are going to try to answer the challenge right here, and so far Cassidy Curd has done that with the back-to-back strikeouts, now facing the number 9 hitter, Savia Morgan. Morgan in the lineup with Sophia Knight still out for Tennessee with illness. One and one. Morgan started 59 games a season ago, but Knight, the leading hitter for this Tennessee team, has been out since first week in April. 1-2 the count now to Morgan. The 1-2.
It's a great pitch. Like that to me is a competitive pitch. Love to see this fight back by Curd. She stayed composed. You haven't seen the demeanor change whatsoever considering the first 2 hitters.
Runs inside, called a ball, and the count is full. 3-2 with 2 down, so the runners will be in motion when Curd releases this payoff pitch. Number 9 hitter Morgan works a walk, so the bases are loaded with 2 down for Tennessee. And here comes Ella Dodge.
When I would, the only blemish would be that last pitch, right? That's a 3-2 pitch, just very non-competitive, right? Didn't even get a sniff from the hitter, and now you put her on base to get back to the top of the order. That would be the only thing. The fight against Rutan and Bella Faw was awesome, but that just got away from her.
Karen Weekly with a conversation with Ella Dodge. Marissa Young went out to talk with the plate umpire, Alex Leap. We're ready to play. And here is Dodge, who reached on an error her first time. 3 for 7 with the bases loaded this season. Kurds, first pitch. Tried to check her swing, could not. Karen Weekly right in front of the third base umpire, Mark Brown, to protest.
Well, yeah, and you could tell Coach Weekly frustrated for sure. I'd say it looked like she did go. Not to get the people going, but would I want that if I was pitching?
You are paid to give your opinion.
Yes, I would.
Whether you get the people going or not. Kyrie Rodriguez will head out to talk with Kurd.
And this is probably the loudest that I've heard Tennessee in quite some time in the dugout. You heard them just yelling and hollering. Rodriguez calling time real quick. Like, I think them understanding the importance. Yo, we're down 3-0. We got bases loaded right now. Like, we have to get something going with the top of our lineup. So trying to get in the pitcher's head a little bit, that energy can be contagious.
Something that Karen Weekly talked about with us before the game. She loved what she saw from her team in Game 3 against Kentucky, and she wanted more of that. Loud dugout. They're getting a little bit louder as the count goes to 2-1.
Dirty. And that tends to be for Ella Dodge her biggest chase pitch that she will go after is that curveball. 31% of the time she's chasing that pitch, which means she is swinging at it. I'm going back there if I'm 2-2.
Swung on and missed. Kurd leaves them loaded in the second.
These are the little moments you remember. The good morning on Rutan, the good afternoon on Fa, and then Ella Dodge, the curve piece to get out of the bases loaded jam. Fire me up.
Stay.
Oh, you look at that lovely dog. I'll tell you that the NCAA Gymnastics Championships semifinals are once again on ESPN2. Expanded coverage on ESPN Plus. First rotation tomorrow, 4:30 Eastern. You'll see LSU, Florida, Georgia, Stanford. Second rotation, 9 Eastern. Oklahoma, UCLA, Arkansas, Minnesota. Top 2 teams in each semi make it to Saturday afternoon's team final on ABC and also on the ESPN app. Bottom of the second here at Smith Family Stadium. Durham, North Carolina, home of the Duke Blue Devils, who lead 3-0. Kyrie Rodriguez leading things off against Sage Margetko, who came on in relief of Carlin Pickens, who threw 5 pitches, gave up 3 hits. Single home run. That was it for Pickens. There's a strike, and it's 1-2.
Definitely a different plan of attack than what you would have against a Carlin Pickens, right? Who is that straight velocity. Marjetko isn't blowing it by you at 75. She's spinning it. She has the change. She's going with all of the things and being able to hit some great spots. And you love to see, since she's come in, she's done a good job of just kind of what seems like containing the offense a little bit, and lead outs are a perfect start. Look at the body wiggle of the lower half on the change piece. You can tell. So fooled.
Ball 1 to Jada Baker. Baker 246 on the season, 0 for 2 on Sunday against North Carolina. Takes a strike, it's 1-1.
I also think, too, to not rule out Marjetko going a good distance, and if they get back into this ball game with their offense, I could see Pickens coming back in.
I have a feeling Pickens wants to come back in.
I agree. At times we've seen that. Obviously starters can re-enter and come back in games, but it's that feeling of like wanting to come back and not prove anything different, but just be better.
Half swing by Baker, strikeout number 3 for Marjetko, quickly 2 down.
Well, and it definitely wouldn't be to take out Sage, because she's not doing a great job. I mean, just look at this thing dance. The downward movement, that drop ball, pitcher perfect at that count. It's such a competitive pitch, really hard to lay off. And you just see it drop off the table. And these are the types of innings, Eric, that are so important for your defense, right? Like if you can find a way to have a quick inning, you just had bases loaded last inning, can they try to keep the momentum and head into the top of the 3rd inning, knowing that it was a quicker inning, right? That first inning just got out of hand so quick. 5 pitches, 3 runs. Whoa.
Tennessee is looking for their first hit against Cassidy Kurt. It's been a couple of errors, hit batter, and a walk so far. Addie Matthews down the count, 0-2. It's out of play. Someone made a catch. Another 0-2. Oh, we've got the replay. Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Oh, and he
Controlled it.
protected that kid.
Didn't drop anything in his left hand. And yes, protected.
That's where my head went, Eric.
I went to the snacks. 2-2.
And I'd almost be, hate to say it, but in the back of my mind, if I'm Matthews, I'm thinking change. Just with how that pitch has been in her back pocket.
Brought a little heat. Matthews fouled it off.
And sometimes that's what makes pitchers, that can command that pitch so well, have a lot more success, because at times you can have a hitter guessing a little bit, like what is she going? Is she going change up here? Is she going to go with the drop way out? Is she going to climb the ladder?
She goes to the change, and it's another strikeout for Marjetko. She strikes out the side in the 2nd.
No big deal, just a strikeout to side for Sage Marjetko. Yet again, the change piece gets her.
Back here in Durham, yes, plenty of Tennessee fans have made the trip over to see Duke take on Tennessee. 14th ranked Blue Devils on top of 9th ranked Tennessee, 3-0 as we head to the top half of the third inning. Sellout crowd. Is this the first regular season sellout? Is that what, if this is officially in the books? We'll wait for the official word from the Duke folks, but a lot of folks here excited about this showdown, midweek matchup in the middle of April. Just a couple of weekends left in conference play. And it's conference tournament time before NCAA tournament time. Alana Leach to lead things off for Tennessee here in the third.
And I can't express enough how important I think a game like this is for Cassidy Curd. I mean that with like the utmost respect, but she is the ace of this staff. At times she's had her moments of struggle throughout the year. These games are where you really learn a lot about yourself. 2 ACC series left with BC and Clemson. And I think you want to feel good, right? We don't always feel good in the circle, but when you can go and absolutely compete and try to just continue to be a dog in the circle, it gives you confidence moving into the rest of the season, into postseason for Duke.
Just missed. It's 2-2. Well, she's been that player, right? If you think about it, this is her 85th career start. She was first team all-conference in 23 and 24. She had 15 wins a season ago. You've been saying and hearing the name Cassidy Curd for a while for Duke. And this is a team that perennially makes it to the NCAA tournament for a program that's only been around now for 9 seasons, which is still hard to believe.
I believe that they're going to go as far as Cassidy Curd goes. Offensively, this team, great. But Curd, to just the consistency is going to be very important for her moving forward. But that's the pressure of being a pitcher. It's not a bad thing to say out loud. It's the reality of you're going to go as far as your pitchers go. And I just think at times she's just been a little bit inconsistent. And in order to go heavy into your conference tournament as well as into the postseason, but damn, that is the best challenge to take on upon yourself, especially being a senior.
That hits Alana Leach. So for the third straight inning, the leadoff is aboard for Tennessee. Dodge reached on an error in the first. Leach reached on an error in the second rather, Gabby Leach, and now Alana Leach on a hit by pitch. And I wonder if Marissa Young is wondering whether or not there was contact, and she wants the umpires at least to talk it over.
I think that rode in, a little bit too much. But I love the fight. That's what you want to see, especially as a pitcher. Listen, don't shy away from throwing the inner half because you're scared you're going to hit a hitter. You have to be able to hit better spots if we are hitting elbows, but you still, like I said, instill a little bit of fear in a hitter, and you have to love the fact that your head coach is coming out fighting for you.
Pinch runner for Tennessee. As Leach, you saw clearly was hit by the pitch. McCall Sims will come on and run for Leach. Emma Clark steps in. Ball one. Clark grounded to short her first time. Tennessee, as we mentioned a few moments ago, still looking for their first hit against Curd, but they have had no shortage of base runners here so far. Left them loaded last inning. This is a fly ball to left. Matthews in foul ground, but it's the third baseman, Jones, who moves over to make the play. A correction, the shortstop, Oakland, who covered a lot of ground to get there. One away.
And this is a heck of a job by Jessica Oakland. She just knows the importance of this, right? Like, you have to be that dog at shortstop, the one that wants to go get the ball at all times, step up big. And I think that is important to be able to do that, especially after pitcher with a hit by pitch.
Here's the freshman catcher, Elsa Morrison. Cleanup hitter fly to center her first time. Fly ball lifted to shallow right field. Lamar jogging in, and she's got it. 2 down here in the third. Today is Jackie Robinson Day. Special ESPN telecast on tap. Mets and Dodgers will finish up their 3-game series. Joe Buck, Ron Darling, Oral Hershiser on the call. Coverage starts at 9 Eastern with Carl Ravitch and the Baseball Tonight crew at Dodger Stadium. Shohei is scheduled to be on the mound for the Dodgers tonight. Popped up. That's heading out of play. Yep, up in the stands. Strike one to Gabby Leach. Tennessee got the leadoff aboard in the first. Dodge was left stranded at second. They had the bases loaded in the second. Curd got a strikeout to end that threat. Leach was hit by a pitch to start the third, but quickly fly ball outs off the bat of Clark and Morrison. And Curd's ahead of the count here, 0-2 to Gabby Leach. Kind of a half slap foul by Leach. We'll do the 0-2 again.
One thing too with Cassidy Curd, you're not seeing the tempo change regardless of the situation, and that's kind of what I can appreciate. Hit by pitch, whatever, move on, next, go, attack.
Squibb back to Curd. She's got it. The flip over to first to retire the side. Tennessee is now 0 for 9 with runners on base through 3 innings. We'll talk with the Duke head coach Marissa Young when we come back to Durham. You are watching the ACC on ESPN. Beautiful night here in North Carolina and a great start for Duke on top of Tennessee 3-0. And we're joined now by their head coach, Marissa Young. We were excited about this game. How excited were you and your players? Because they obviously were ready to go when the bell sounded here tonight, Marissa.
Absolutely. This is a big game for our program and our softball community here.
Coach, I have to ask, I mean, 5 pitches, up 3. Like, was the plan of attack off Carlin Pickens to swing early in the count? Curious about your hitters.
You know, Coach Taylor does a great job preparing them for what they're going to see, and they were ready.
How about Cassidy Curd? There's been times where you've had base runners, and Cassidy's just kind of like, it had been in that bear down mode. What can you say about your pitcher tonight?
She is elite, and she finds a way to find another gear when we need it most.
We appreciate it, Marissa. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Duke 3, Tennessee nothing as we head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning here in Durham. Sage Margetko ready to go. Top of the order, Jennings takes ball 1.
Well, and I'm curious to see the plan, the top of the lineup, second time through, and going up against Sage Margetko and how they're planning to get after her up top. Because there was a clear plan.
Chop right side, picked up by Dodge. The flip to Clark to get the speedy Jennings. 1 down here in the 3rd.
Against Pickens. Like, there was a clear plan right out of the gate. Like you could, I mean, you don't go up 3-0 with 5 pitches knowing that you weren't trying to swing within the first or second pitch of an AB.
Here's Amina Vega. Had one of those 3 hits against Pickens in the first. Takes down low for ball 1. So Jennings with a hit in the first, Vega with a hit in the first. That means they're still tied, 67 hits apiece. Top of the lineup for Duke. Team came in hitting .344 on the season at .362 in the Carolina series. Two and one. Vega has just been so consistent throughout her 4 years. Hit .417 season ago. 3-time first-team all-conference selection in the ACC. This is a fly ball. Tough sky right now, but no problem for Morgan in center field. And that'll bring up Jessica Oakland with 2 down. When she came up in the first inning, there were 2 on, and she did this.
I mean, yeah, left a little over the plate, but the high heat up in the zone, turned on it, so ready. Almost this feel of like I said earlier, like she kind of knew it was coming. She's off the plate a little bit. So those are the little things to pick up as pitchers, right? Like I want to take note of where you're standing in the box so I can attack you. I mean, the last 12 games, someone like Jessica Oakland, that .472, 5 bombs, 20 ribbies, like clearly she's hot, but I take note of where she stands, meaning if I'm going to throw a fastball up and in or a rise ball up and in, based on where you're standing, I'm going way in, almost to where it feels like it's going to hit the chalk, so you're not able to turn on something like that. And obviously it was a missed spot, but
slapped out to right field, and Oakland's got her second hit of the night. Those numbers you saw included tonight's game. She has a hit in 11 of those 12 games, and she's 2 for 2 this evening.
Well, look at the pitch location. Like, she goes down and, like, gets this pitch, right? Yeah, a little bit left over the heart of the plate, but go down and get it. Just kind of feels like that hitter that is tough to get out, seeing it big.
Swung on, hit hard, hit high, and hit out of here. Tyrena Jones goes yard, 5-0 Duke. And they've had a lot of practice to pull off this celebration after a home run.
.250 feet. Wow. So quick to contact through. Out of here in a heartbeat. But don't be mistaken. It's a pitch over the heart of the plate. And that cannot happen against these elite hitters, any hitter in the game. It feels like if you miss big, they make you pay. And that is what you're seeing. Duke is ready for the mistake. What a statement.
Jones is just seeing it right now. That's 4 straight games with a home run, 18 now on the season. Homered in each of the North Carolina games in that weekend series and keeps it going against Tennessee. 5-0 Duke. 2-1 the count now to Lamar. Three and one. Well, look who's up in the pen. On the left, Carlin Pickens. Number 80 is Peyton Hardenberger. Ball 4. Marchetko struck out the side in the second inning. Got a couple of quick outs in the third, but Oakland with that good piece of hitting with the base hit to the opposite field with 2 down, and then Jones, the no doubt, to center. popped up on the infield. Rutan at third calls for it and puts it away to retire the side. Another home run for Duke. 76 now on the season for the Blue Devils.
Well, Tyrena Jones, it just, man, takes a pitch that's over the heart of the plate, absolutely mashes it 250 feet. Duke up, 5-zip.
Stay.
Take you inside Smith Family Stadium. Sellout crowd. Berm filled in as well. Tyrena Jones, Jessica Oakland going deep here tonight for the Duke Blue Devils. Much was made of their slow start. They were 9-9 on February 25th after losing for a second time this season to Boston University. But they found their way after that, and they have continued to build momentum. First place team in the ACC. Kurd gives up a base hit. There's the first hit of the game for Tennessee. So Taylon Holly comes through with the first base hit, and once again, the leadoff aboard for Tennessee.
Well, and this is coming off of a huddle with hitting coach Craig Snyder, just kind of laying into the group.
This is headed out towards center field. Long run, and getting there in time is Jennings. One away as Rutan is retired.
Stat 0 for 10 runners on today. Tennessee, I mean, that's really, it's going to hurt you, right? When you, especially you think about that base loaded situation, like those are all moments, especially when you think about the postseason, Eric. Like it comes down to that clutch hitting piece, right? Like 2-out hitting.
Bella Fall bunts it foul. Karen Weekly's team came in with a 6-game winning streak. 5th place team in the SEC at 12-6. They were 12-6 at this time last year. Of course, last season finished 15-9 in the SEC. Made it to Oklahoma City, picked up 2 wins in OKC before losing to Texas in the semifinals. One and two. Tennessee kind of a flip of the Duke story. When Duke got off to the slow start this year, 9-9, Karen Weekly's team won 26 in a row to start the season. 10 of those 26 wins against top 25 teams. Ground ball to second, to flip to short for one, a little bobble, and that's just going to give Faw enough time to beat it out at first base, 2 down.
And that was close, a lot closer than I thought. It was just the double pump. Didn't have a good grip, Jess Oakland at short. I think she was able to throw that right away. She has her, but she has to go back in and make sure she has a good grip on the ball, and it was still close.
I'll bring up Savia Morgan with 2 down. Slap toward the right side, backing up on it, which is usually trouble, but sticking with it is Vega. And she throws out the speedy Morgan to retire the side. We'll talk with the Tennessee head coach, Karen Weekly, when we come back to Durham. Her team trailing 5-0 after 3.5.
Dust.
Big Wednesday night game here in the middle of April. Duke on top 5-0. Still a lot of softball to be played. Here's the Tennessee head coach, Karen Weekly. Karen, we were stunned by what we saw from Carlin Pickens. What was your observation of what happened to those first 3 batters?
Well, you could tell they were on time for her. They're a really good hitting team. I mean, that's been their, the mark of them all season long is their offense is super powerful. And they were just on time for everything, and we left the ball over the plate, and they did some damage with it.
Coach, I've seen hitting coach Craig Snyder have a couple different circle up conversations. What's the message to the hitters?
Well, first it's, what they missed, we shouldn't. And I think in the first inning especially, we took some pitches. And then I think our swings have not been as on time. We're just not getting the barrel out there like we need to. She does a good job of spinning that ball up, and we've got to make sure we stay on top of it and stay through it so we can get some balls out there and start a rally of some sort.
We'll keep an eye out for it. Thank you, Karen. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
So if you're just joining us, Carlin Pickens, one of the very best pitchers in the country, faced 3 batters, gave up 3 hits, threw 5 total pitches, giving up 3 runs in the first, a 3-run shot by Jessica Oakland, which was tracked at 281 feet. So there was no doubt, and you just heard Karen's assessment of what she saw from Carlin Pickens. I think that's in line with what you analyzed in real time, Danielle.
Yeah, they were obviously swinging early, but the one thing that you tend to see quite a bit of is if pitchers miss, hitters capitalize. And that's what it comes down to. That's at times the separator of teams that make it to Oklahoma City and can just fight through the pressure of what it's like, especially in a regional or deep into a super regional. Like, can I execute big pitches when it matters and not miss? Because hitters are so damn good.
Ground ball by the pinch hitter. It's Shattuck, Gabriella Shattuck, who grounds out. She was hitting for Rodriguez, one away.
And you can also say, Eric, with how much data and all the analytics and all the things, great pitching does still tend to beat great hitting when you execute spots and really focus in on what that plan of attack is. But it really just it comes down to location and pitch calls and being able to execute those. I know I sound like I'm beating a dead horse, but when pitchers miss over the plate, those are the things you see on social media. Those are the highlights. Those are the homers. Missed pitches. You tend to not see a ball on the river getting taken deep very often.
0-2 the count to Jada Baker. Struck out against Margetko in the second. The 1-2. Popped up. Middle of the infield. It's Dodge who calls for it. 2 down for Duke here in the bottom of the fourth. Saturday, 2 game 2s in both of these 3-game series. Number 12 Florida State hosting North Carolina at 3 Eastern. Then at 7 Eastern time, number 10 Virginia Tech hosting Georgia Tech in Blacksburg. Both games on the ACC network and also on the ESPN app. Strike 1 to Addie Matthews. Stanford with the statement sweep of Florida State. That helped Duke jump into first place this past weekend. That ended Florida State's 25-game winning streak. The game 1 win. Addison Shepard with the walk-off grand slam.
I mean, that was crazy.
Crazy.
I couldn't fall asleep.
Well,
I was on
there
the
were
East
the rain
Coast time, too.
rain delays and long games, but that was pretty good theater out in Palo Alto. Virginia Tech, we just mentioned, they took 2 out of 3 at UVA. Louisville's the 4th place team. They've won 8 of 10. They've won 4 of their 5 ACC series, so the Cardinals making some noise as well. Matthews swing and a miss. Marchetko gets the strikeout, a 1-2-3 inning for Duke. Blue Devils on top 5-0 as we head to the 5th in Durham.
Exclusively on ESPN, 40-plus NCAA championships. Confetti rains. Nets are cut. Joy erupts. Hardware is hoisted. History happens here on ESPN, home of NCAA championships.
Cocktails.
Twilight here in Durham, North Carolina. 85 degrees at first pitch. So comfortable, beautiful night. And it's been a beautiful game and result for the home team here, playing in front of a full house. It's Duke on top 5-0 as we head to the top half of the 5th inning. Game 1 of a big doubleheader tonight here on ESPN2. Bedlam still to come. Oklahoma and Oklahoma State in OKC at Devon Park.
Seems important here for Tennessee to really get something going. Back to the top of the lineup, 9 outs left.
Well, they've gotten the leadoff hitter aboard in each of the first 4 innings. Dodge reached on an error in the first, struck out in the second. Curd behind the count, 2-1. We haven't said that too often as of late. Last inning, she threw 7 pitches, 6 for strikes, 4 first pitch strikes. Behind here, 2-1. Sliced foul, and it's 2-2.
Well, it's that curveball. When that pitch is on against a left-handed hitter, that is such a tough pitch for Cassidy Curd. It has such good bite. She throws it at high velocity at 68 miles an hour. Like, I go back to that pitch. Lefty-lefty matchups don't happen enough because there's more right-handed pitchers than left. So I'm going with that curveball again. If I'm her, sharp, trying to cut it across. And that's at times where she's a little bit effectively wild, right? I think that was supposed to be a curveball. You saw Rodriguez set up on the outside part of the plate. Shattuck, excuse me, is taking over for Rodriguez.
Hit 4, stays in the game to catch. Swung on and missed. Curd goes upstairs and gets the strikeout. One down here in the 5th. That is her 5th strikeout of the night.
And this is just the money pitch. Whether or not she was trying to throw a curveball or a rise ball, I'm going to go with the rise ball, 3-2. I mean, this is a pitch that if Ella Dodge is able to lay off, you're moving to first base. But, man, it looks so good. It's in the zone. 5 strikeouts for Cassidy Curd today. And she hasn't wavered. She hasn't changed based on any of the circumstances of leadoffs, getting on base, hit by pitches. Heart rate has just seemed to stay the same.
Works here in the 5th. She went the distance against Carolina on Sunday, her longest outing in about a month. Went the distance, gave up 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. She's got 5 strikeouts tonight, has given up just 1 hit to Tennessee, the 9th-ranked team in the country. Big swing by Alana Leach, and it's 1-1. Leach just making a huge jump from a season ago. Hit .244, did not have a home run, drove in 13 runs. Came into play today, .354, 10 home runs, 19 RBI.
Well, and what I love, too, is you break it up February, March, April. I mean, .333 average February and March, and then .433 in the month of April. Heading into this game, she had only had 16 at-bats, but 5 home runs had come. She's somebody that they look to, especially at the top of the lineup, to be that kind of presence, that fear factor that she can kind of instill in a pitcher.
And the count here, 3-1. Chop foul.
But to have 0 home runs last year and then just look at kind of the pop, it's a question that I had asked. And I think the biggest thing was with Coach Craig Snyder. It's more so like focusing on hit and line drives, doing the little things right. And eventually that power piece comes to fruition.
Fly ball hit deep to right field and carrying and gone. Tennessee is on the board. Alana Leach with her 11th home run of the season. 5-2 Duke. I would call this a towering home run.
Well, and I'm going to give a shout out to Michelle Smith, elevate and celebrate. I remember hearing her say that a couple years ago, and I've never forgot it. And that's what I think about with this. Elevate all day. Wow. And the little girls just...
Yeah, they're not throwing that one back. No. They're wearing the Tennessee colors. They're going to hold on to that. Just the 2nd hit off of Curd, but Leach goes deep. A fly ball to right, long run and a diving play made by Vega. Great hustle, but she couldn't come up with it. And it's strike 1, Emma Clark. As you were saying about Alana Leach, perfect timing, Danielle Laurie.
That was to go from no home runs last year to just hitting her 11th. Pretty awesome.
That's out of play. Clark 0 for 2 tonight, grounded out in the 1st, fouled out in the 3rd. Clark, another one who's made a big leap to 11 last year with a couple of home runs. Karen Weekly said before the game there is still much more to come out at the plate for Emma Clark, who came into play .287 with 9 home runs on the season tonight. Got a piece.
I think really, honestly, Eric, for Tennessee, it comes down to, yeah, it's nice to hit solo shots, but can you capitalize on opportunities, right? And there's been a ton of opportunities for them tonight with runners on base, and they just haven't been able to do anything big. And as you know, the postseason coming up before you know it, that's really what it comes down to. Can you find ways under pressure to get things going? I know I've said it, but 2-out hitting is important. When you have bases loaded, can I make a pitcher pay? When I get a runner on first and second, none out, it's our job as a squad to get them in. There is none outs. They are doing us a favor by putting us on base. If I smell blood in the water, I am attacking.
2-2 to Clark. So Leach with the solo shot. Home run number 58 on the season for Tennessee. Clark trying to work her way on.
That's a good pitch. And you know why? Because she has no fear of potentially hitting the hitter. She uses that curveball and she just spins it underneath the hands of Emma Clark. Do I want that for a pitcher? Yes. Is it a strike? No. Breaks my heart.
Took a lot for you to admit that. In on the hands, a bloop out to left field. Good charge by the left fielder, Matthews, to put it away. 2 down.
But that's the thing. It's like every pitch is a setup pitch for the next pitch, right? So that curveball in underneath the hand sets up that next one. That's always what it's about as a pitcher. I know there's things that are constantly being called from the dugout these days and pitchers, or pitching coaches. But at the end of the day, we have to have that internal feeling of why I'm throw something. What do I want next? So this curveball that I just threw sets up what? Okay, I have to get back in the count. I'm 1-0. I have to throw something. What am I going with? It's not taking the thinking out of it for pitchers at times because somebody else is calling your game.
Saw Jayla Wright down there in the Duke dugout, assistant coach. She was a Tennessee grad assistant last season. Of course, former ACC Pitcher of the Year, Duke class of 24. .202 to Morrison. Hit hard but foul. She was ready in the bullpen. Larissa Jaquez was ready to make a web gem play if necessary. That's a strike, 2-2.
And that's a good pitch. If you can get the upper part of the zone, I'm potentially going back to that spot away. I like it. I like the location of it.
Off the plate for ball 3.
And I feel like I can say I haven't noticed the umpire today, so to me that means that they're doing a good job.
(3-2). Ball 4, a 2-out walk to Elsa Morrison. She's aboard for the first time tonight. A little encouragement from that Duke dugout to Cassidy Curd. She's given up just 2 hits. Second hit, solo shot by Alana Leach. And here's her twin sister, Gabby, who takes strike 1. Reached on an error in the second, grounded out in the third. This is when Kurd's been at her best with runners on base for Tennessee. Tennessee is 0 for 12 at the plate tonight with runners on base.
Well, and if you take a peek at the pitch count for Cassidy Kurd, I mean, pretty close to 100 here, going on her 99th. That means she's throwing.
Swung on, hit well to center field. That's out of here. Two-run home run, Gabby Leach, and Tennessee's right back in it. It's 5-3. They are now 1 for 13 with runners on base.
Well,
and it's a big one.
Yeah, it's the Leach sisters. Gabby says, sis, I'm going to do better. I'm going to go for a two-run shot instead of the solo job, and puts this game within reach. And listen, Eric, at times it's just those little things, right? It goes back to the Elsa Morrison walk. She had her ahead in the count, and it's throwing more pitches based on the pitch count. And I'm not saying I don't think Cassidy Kurd has done a great job. I just think she's thrown more pitches than she's needed to, with pitches that aren't necessarily in and around the zone, that get a hitter to move their body in a way that is, oh man, I want to take it, right? She's thrown some waste pitches. So I think it's important for Tennessee to attack right now, but for Cassidy Kurd to be able to kind of reel it in and focus, knowing she has still a two-run cushion here.
Ball one to Taylon Holly, who got Tennessee's first hit of the game, came leading off the fourth inning. Tennessee was 1 for their first 16 at the plate with a walk there, 2 for their last 3 with a walk. 1-1.
Well, and I know I said this at the beginning of the game, but a key factor to me is those Leach sisters and their leadership, and them being juniors in the lineup. They are an important piece to getting things going, getting rallies going, trying to get the team fired up. And this is a heck of an inning for the Leach sisters, with Alana Leach in her 11th home run of the season, and then Gabby Leach capitalizing on the walk to Elsa Morrison and going for the two-run shot. Firing everyone up. Sisters, I love it. I always wished I was a twin.
I mean, I thought for a moment, you know, there was going to be a debate in the dugout between Alana and Gabby. No, my home run looked better. I mean, Alana's was majestic. Gabby's was pretty good too, but I think they're just passing down a little bit of information here, unless they're just doing dramatic reenactments right now.
I am a big energy person, and that to me is contagious, especially late in a ball game.
Looks like Ella Dodge maybe too. She wants all that energy from the Leach sisters. 3-2 the count to Holly. Tennessee was down 5-0. It's now 5-3. Holly working hard at the plate, and that means Cassidy Kurd continues to work in the circle. You saw Marissa Young go out a moment ago just for a conversation, but you wonder how much time Cassidy Kurd has left in the circle for Duke. Out of play.
Well, in battling, and this is really the first true battle of someone in the box, seeing a lot of pitches, really making Cassidy Kurd work, and that to me has kind of been the difference maker here in the 5th inning for Tennessee. They're looking like they're a lot more free at the dish. There's not this sense of like, I'm hesitant on my approach. They're just letting it rip.
2-out walk to a fired up Taylon Holly. She's aboard for the 3rd time tonight.
Well, in a hard-fought battle by both. Cassidy Curd, she goes with that curveball. Maybe a little bit up. I'm going to go with up, but I like that battle by both of those athletes, and Tay Holly comes out on top.
Now, conversation between Karen Weekly and assistant coach and hitting coach Craig Snyder. Maddie Rutan is due up 0 for 2 today. Just having a conversation about what they want to do in this spot, and the answer is Mackenzie Butt to pinch hit. Sophomore from Garden Grove, California, who played at Boise State, will face Cassidy Curd, who is about ready to throw her 38th pitch of this inning, Danielle.
Yeah, she's throwing a lot. Anytime you're over 100 in the 5th inning, you're definitely throwing more pitches.
Butt swings at the first pitch. Can't get it. Strike one.
Well, and I like the just straight up attack for Cassidy Curd in this moment. Pinch hitter going right at her.
0-2. Butt was 0 for 3 in the Kentucky series. She's the tying run here in the 5th. Lays off. It's 1-2.
And that's a good hold too. You could just see with Mackenzie Butt's body movement, she thought about it.
Out of play.
And the one thing that I will say too with Cassidy Curd, I think we've seen one off speed today. One pitch that she's really changed speeds. Besides that, she hasn't. So as a hitter, like, that's not in the back of my head. I know that velo tends to be where you're going because you haven't changed speeds often. And it's almost like, can you drop it in there and bounce it? Like something that just changes the eye level, just gone consistently up and getting ahead of hitters. I mean, back-to-back darts to go 0-2, and then now she's battling, but just to change the eyes, especially pinch hitter off the bench. She hasn't had an at-bat off you. I think something downstairs isn't a bad option.
She does, but misses for a ball. It's 2-2. Just missed. It's 3-2.
I don't think this is a strike, but I think this is a heck of a hold. Obviously that's up, works it to another 3-2 count.
Hit deep to right field. It is carrying. It is at the track, and caught by Lamar. Back against the wall. Literally and figuratively for the Blue Devils. Tennessee is within 2, 5-3. Alana and Gabby Leach homering in the inning. Tennessee is in it, and they were just a few feet away from tying it up. We got a good one. Mackenzie Butt fell behind in the count 0-2, worked it to 3-2, and she put a charge into this one, and it looked like it was going, but it was caught by Layla Lamar, and
well
Cassidy
worth the
Curd
hug.
says thank you, and there's mother and daughter. Marissa Young there to give a pat on the back to her daughter Layla, who came up with the catch at the track. Looked like we were going to have a tie game, but instead it's 5-3 Duke as they bat here in the bottom of the fifth.
Well, and it couldn't feel more important right now, the third ups here for Duke. Top of the lineup. Obviously, Tennessee putting a 3-spot up in the top of the fifth. It just seems like it makes sense to put some more pressure on and get what feels like is insurance runs based on how Tennessee is swinging it right now. And it'll be interesting. I know there's multiple arms in the pen for Duke. It'll be interesting to see if they keep Cassidy Curd out there or if there's a leadoff that gets on, if they make that change pretty quick.
Jennings with a swing and a miss. Well, Curd threw 46 pitches, 25 for strikes in that inning, so she was tapping into every last bit of reserves you felt in that gas tank.
I mean, when Cassidy Curd throws competitive pitches, money. I think she throws too many pitches. I think if she can find ways to be more in and around the strike zone, we don't have a pitch count that's well over 100 right now. I think Tennessee's done a good job the last inning of finding ways to adjust, but I will say, I mean, that's my only thing with Cassidy Curd. Knowing that this team is going to go far with her, you got to eliminate that. But Marjetko climbing the ladder,
Sure did.
I think it just sets the tone. Top of the lineup, knowing how important it is for them. But yeah, I know she has the one blemish of giving up that 2-run home run, but she's done a really nice job since she's come in this ball game.
Ground ball right side off the bat of Vega. She's retired. 2 down here in the fifth. 2 home runs for Duke tonight. The first came off the bat of this hitter, Jessica Oakland, tracked at 281 feet.
Wow.
Oakland set the tone with 281. Tyrena Jones tried to reach Jessica's area code, gave it a good run at 249.
I mean, she hit herself high on that scoreboard out there, and it is way up there. And I mean, that was kind of up there with the Alana Leach, just a high tower power.
This is out of play. We wondered if they were going to be able to keep it going after the 12 home runs in the 3 games against North Carolina. I'd say the answer is yes. Carlin Pickens getting loose in the bullpen again. 23rd time this season that Duke has had a multi-homer game. This is game number 44 on the season, so more than half their games they've had more than one. '76 home runs on the season for the Blue Devils. Second in the ACC. Off speed, down to third. Rutan to first, a 1-2-3 inning for Sage Marjetko. Tennessee down by 2 after 5 in Durham. This year's NFL Draft is in Pittsburgh. We have queued up the Pittsburgh Scenic with the full moon and everything for you, Danielle. 3-day event begins next Thursday, 8 Eastern. Every pick once again on ESPN with the expert analysis. You can also catch it on the NFL Network, and ABC's coverage will take a look at the prospects' journey to the draft. Destination Pittsburgh next week. Had a good one here in Durham tonight. We expected it. We didn't expect it to play out this way, where Carlin Pickens would be chased after throwing 5 pitches and giving up 3 runs, and Duke would be on top 5-0 after 3. But Tennessee has put 3 on the board as they bat here in the 6th. Top 25 showdown. Big implications when it comes to the RPIs. We all know the RPI is not the be-all and end-all when it comes to seeding and who is hosting in the NCAA tournament, but it is a key factor.
It matters.
This is a big RPI impact game midway through the month of April.
Well, and that RPI, I mean, it stands for the wins, losses, plus strength of schedule, as well as your opponents, right? Like who they've played, who they've won, who they've lost to. There's all these crazy calculations that goes into it.
Fouled off by Faw. Are you surprised that Cassidy Curd is out there for the 6th inning? She's thrown 119 pitches. We talked about the 46 pitches she threw last inning against Tennessee.
I'm not surprised. I think I'd be more short-leashed if anything were to get ahead of itself early. If the leadoff were to get on, there's a part of me that thinks Coach Marissa Young has made it clear, like, hey, this is your game. But if something were to happen, I would.
And that's why I wonder for you, like, this has that NCAA tournament feel. You mentioned that earlier. Is this part of the plan? Like, hey, you're going to have moments like this coming up in May and hopefully in June, because this is the most pitches she's thrown since February 20th. She threw 138 back on February 20th. She's at 121 right now.
I mean, it's too many pitches. If you wanted me to say, she's throwing too many pitches, but
that was against UCLA, by the way. Talking about tournament level team. Popped up, foul ground. Room over there for Baker. One away.
But I still think to keep her in there, if they can find a way to win this is such a confidence builder for her. I think obviously moving forward, their record, their RPI, strength of schedule, their record against the RPI top 25, like this win could be huge for them in trying to really kind of get that host of obviously a regional, but like aiming for that super.
And a reminder, Tennessee's RPI, which is an important part of the equation here, is 6.
Yes.
You get a win against the team with an RPI of 6, that's really going to help you.
But everything to me is about building confidence in a player like Cassidy Curd.
Little excuse me swing, charged, and then bobbled and dropped by Jones. Morgan's got great speed, and even if it's fielded cleanly, it's going to be a challenge for Jones to get the out. We'll see how they score it. But she's aboard with 1 down in the 6th.
Well, and you can just tell Cassidy Curd not comfortable, right? She just gets right out of the way, knowing it makes way more sense for someone like Jones to be able to throw that. Listen, I was the same. If there's anything close to the circle, someone else, go and get it.
It is scored, a base hit, and that is it for Cassidy Curd. Hugs for her as she heads to the dugout. We'll tell you about the new Duke picture when we come back. Full night for Cassidy Curd. Goes 5 1/3, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs earned, 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. She leaves the game with a runner on board. She's responsible for Morgan at first as she gives way to a very interesting story for this Duke staff. KK Mathis set to make her 5th appearance this season. Starts with Ella Dodge, who takes strike 1.
And this is the arsenal of pitches for Mathis. That curveball, that change, a little bit of screw, and 1% drop. The first time that this young lady has ever pitched in college, Eric, was 2 weeks ago. She was asked, she had thrown in travel ball, she had thrown in high school, but she had not thrown at all in the college game whatsoever. Was asked to throw a little bit over the summertime to just put herself in a position to potentially be ready, and her name was called, and her teammates have ranted and raved about the energy that she brings in the circle.
Fly ball to left. Matthews comes on in shallow left to put it away. 2 down here in the 6th. Mathis, 7 innings of work in those 4 appearances. She got her first career win against North Carolina this past weekend. Picked it up in game 1. Had a home run in that game as well. Very definition of a two-way player. 2 innings pitched, 2 runs allowed. That's right over the bag. It's a fair ball. Race to the bag won by Baker, and Mathis comes on to get a fly ball and a ground ball out to retire the side. 5.5 complete here in Durham. 5-3 Duke.
Well, and going back to that first inning, I mean, Vega and Oakland, so good. Oakland hitting the scoreboard with that 2-run home run. Man, it just felt big. And then again in the 3rd, Tyrena Jones, let's go, fire me up. Man, this Duke team can swing it.
At a 5-0 lead after 3, Tennessee scored 3 in the 5th. Here is Jones leading off in the bottom of the 6th for the Blue Devils. Jones 1 for 2 tonight. The home run, her team best 18th of the season. 2-run shot now with a team best 64 runs batted in. 0-2. Sage Margetko has set down 7 in a row since issuing a walk to Layla Lamar back in the 3rd.
Yeah, I think she has done a really good job. I mean, I know she gave up that 2-run shot, but besides that, she's been extremely efficient. She's thrown her changeup well. You saw it there at 46 miles an hour. She's kept these hitters off balance. That really, in that first inning, Eric, it was like, whoa, you felt it. You were on your heels as a Tennessee Lady Vol, and she just has come in and kind of given Tennessee a chance, has kept it close.
Line shot to left, it gets down, fair ball. Jones around first, digging hard to second, slides in safely with a double. Two-hit night for Tyrena Jones.
Such a good job. She goes with this pitch and she's able to just pull it. It's almost like she's early on this pitch on the outside part of the plate, and so much speed. Fire me up.
8th double of the season for Jones. Vega, of course, setting the tone in that category for Duke with 18 doubles and a program record 64 doubles. But it's Jones with the double to get things started here in the 6th for Duke, looking for some insurance. Here's Lamar, who made the good catch against the wall against Mackenzie Butt back in the 5th. Lamar struck out in the 1st, walked in the 3rd. Off speed in there for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Well, it just seems key if you're Duke here to add on another insurance run going to that top of the 7th with how Tennessee had got back in this ball game, the home runs.
Little excuse me swing will drop into right field. Holding at second was the runner Jones, so she'll stop at 3rd. Lamar has the base hit. That's the 7th of the night for Duke.
Well, and a really good job by her to sit on this changeup, right? Like, hands back enough to be able to get enough momentum from that lower half to her upper half to just knock something through. And that's a really good piece of hitting. And that's tough. When you look at the changeup and the effectiveness of Sage Marjetko's change piece, that is a really good job hitting.
Carlin Pickens is about to come back into the game for Tennessee. Marjetko is coming out, and Pickens is coming back in for Tennessee. Back in a moment. Tonight's starter for Tennessee is now a reliever for Tennessee. Carlin Pickens got the start, faced 3 batters, gave up 3 hits, including a 3-run home run to Jessica Oakland. Sage Marjetko went 5. Now Pickens comes back in for Tennessee with 2 on and nobody out.
Yeah, that's the beauty of being a starter. You're able to be re-entered and come into this ball game, and you know that she has been thinking about it every single inning, getting back. Is there going to be another opportunity? Staying ready. We've seen her go down in the bullpen and throw, and there's obviously a situation here with some action on the base pass. You're going to see infield in.
Here is KK Mathis, the Duke pitcher. Lamar paused between 1st and 2nd to see if she could draw a throw. She's at 2nd. Jones at 3rd. 1-0 the count to Mathis.
And that is straight cheddar.
77 cheddar.
On the hands, ouch.
It was such a small sample. Could you pick up anything from those 5 pitches that Pickens threw to start the game that kind of has your eyes open here, that what you're looking for? I mean, it could be just come out here and throw 76, 77 miles an hour and locate it. But what are you looking for as she comes back out here in relief now?
To be able to get ahead of hitters in a good location, right? Meaning good spots. I'm always big on where people are standing in the box on me. So if I'm looking at someone like KK Mathis, she's off the plate. She doesn't want 77 on the hand. She got it first pitch, tried to bunt it, or bunt attempt. And so it's just being aware of that as a pitcher, but being able to hit location over everything. Speed is great, but if we can't locate, we still get hit.
Mathis lifts a fly ball. It is to left field. Holly under it. The runner tags. The throw goes to third, and Duke has an important run. 6-3 Blue Devils. KK Mathis gets it done with the sacrifice fly.
And that's huge. That extra insurance run for Duke is such a big deal. That's a great job by KK Mathis.
Yeah, you had the feeling that Tennessee needed the strikeout in that moment, and Mathis got a barrel on it. This is fouled off by Shattuck for strike one, and it was deep enough to score the Speedy Jones from third. Shattuck 0 for 1. Ground ball to second. Picked up by Dodge on the first. Moving over to third is Lamar. 2 down. A reminder, the NCAA Gymnastics Championship semifinals are on ESPN2 and also on ESPN Plus. First rotation tomorrow, 4:30 Eastern Time. Second rotation, 9 Eastern Time. The top 2 teams in each semi make it to Saturday afternoon's team final on ABC and also on the ESPN app. Pinch hitter coming up for Duke. Leah Terrell will come in. She'll hit for Jada Baker with 2 down and a runner at third here in the bottom of the 6th. 3 in the first, 2 in the third for Duke. Cassidy Curd pitched shutout ball into the 5th inning before Tennessee scored their 3 runs. Insurance run for Duke here in the 6th to make it 6-3. Terrell down on the count 0-2.
Well, and that's just back-to-back Bayou, not even close. I'm going straight heat again. I mean, we haven't seen her change speeds, but that's just something you're looking for.
Gets the strikeout to retire the side. Run scores for Duke. Tennessee coming up in the 7th inning. Gabby Leach due up third in the 7th. You are watching the ACC on ESPN. Heading to the top of the 7th, Tennessee down by 3 to the Duke Blue Devils, looking for a signature win here against the 9th-ranked Lady Vols. 3-4-5 for the Lady Vols, and a regular season record here at Duke tonight. Over 1,000 in the stands, on the berm, up in the parking lot. They're spread out all over the place here to watch Duke take on Tennessee, and they've been rewarded with their Blue Devils leading throughout. KK Mathis trying to pick up the save in relief of Cassidy Curd.
And what a difference of like facing someone like Cassidy Curd come from the left side, high velocity at 68 to 69 miles an hour, to KK Mathis from the right-hand side and tops out at 58.
Clark with a line drive to right, covering a lot of ground and making the catch is Layla Lamar. Great play by Lamar, one away. Mom takes it in stride. Yes, a little applause in the dugout. Why not?
So good. This is so good. I have goosebumps. Knowing the importance, too, of lead outs, but just laying it all out there. Layla Lamar, let's go.
Here's Elsa Morrison, cleanup hitter, the freshman, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. She takes strike one. Well, Lamar's made a couple of good catches here tonight. The one with the back up against the wall that looked like it was heading out off the bat of butt. And now the diving grab to get Clark here in the 7th. 1-1 now to Morrison. One and two. Bedlam still to come. Oklahoma State in Oklahoma City when we're done here in Durham. Duke trying to put it away, 2 outs away from a win. Swung on and missed, 1 out away from a win. KK Mathis made her pitching debut March 31st against Campbell.
It's the location of the pitch, though. She's so good at being able to, like, she doesn't have to blow it by you. I've seen her top out at 60, but it comes down to location and being able to work that more than anything. Listen, we can throw 75, 76. You've seen it with Carlin Pickens in this game, but what I will say, hitters make you pay when you miss, and you just see this extra swagger with KK Mathis being able to hit money spots.
She didn't pitch when she was at James Madison. She comes over to Duke, and Danielle just talked about it before. They knew she had pitched in high school and before her college days. But this is pretty remarkable to have the first place team in the ACC pulling this out of the bullpen March 31st and now making her 5th appearance, this time against Tennessee, and trying to put away a win. Ball 4, so Gabby Leach is aboard with 2 down. Reminder, over on ESPN, Jackie Robinson Day has the Mets and the Dodgers. Joe Buck, Ron Darling, Oral Hershiser on the call. Carl Ravitch and the crew getting you ready right now with baseball tonight. Shohei Ohtani scheduled to go for the Dodgers. Well, we have softball here right now, and Duke trying to pick up a win against 9th-ranked Tennessee. Tennessee gets the tying run to the on-deck circle here in the 7th. It's up to Taylon Holly, the freshman, to keep it going at the plate right now.
Heading to the batter's box for Tennessee, number 27, Taylon Holly.
Holly's been on base 3 times tonight. Hit by a pitch in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, walked in the 5th. Tennessee has struggled with runners on base tonight. They are 1 for 16. That one hit was a home run. There's a strike. It's 1-1. Hit well into the gap, right center field. It'll get down and get all the way to the wall. Being held at 3rd is Leach. Heading in the second is Holly, and Tennessee is not done yet. They bring the tying run to the plate here in the 7th.
Good job by Tay Holly. Stays with this pitch, left a little bit over the heart of the plate, and just pinches that right center gap. Listen, I hold her. What's the point? You don't want to be thrown out at home. One run doesn't make the difference in this ball game. It just doesn't. So you need to continue to keep momentum going. I don't mind that hold by Karen Weekly.
Maddie Rutan at the plate. She was pinch hit for by Mackenzie Butt back in the 5th inning. Rutan 0 for 2 tonight. Re-entered to play third. She is the tying run. 2 down here in the 7th. 1-1. One and 2.
I feel like I need to take a deep breath. I mean, I didn't have it on the old bingo card. KK Mathis coming in for the save against number 9 Tennessee on a hump day.
No one would have had that, considering she made her pitching debut just a couple of weeks ago. Trying to put it away. The 1-2. You're the expert. I think the zone's been pretty consistent tonight.
It has. Yeah, I always go by when you don't notice the umpire. I think they do a good job. It's just off the plate. Good spot at that count.
2-2. Hitter. Bases loaded for Tennessee. Nothing comes easy, especially when it's a matchup of 2 teams in the top 15. And looks like we're going to have a pitching change here for Duke. There's also going to be a pinch hitter for Tennessee. It was a 5-0 lead for Duke. They were cruising until the 5th inning. The Leach twins both homered in that inning. Alana, the solo shot to make it 5-1, and then her sister Gabby with a 2-run shot.
Yeah, Leach sisters almost got kind of that light back in this Tennessee team. And this was so close. You grabbed my shoulder pretty tight on that one. Thought that one was out. Layla Lamar makes a grab at the wall, and an opportunity here yet again. We've seen a bases loaded 2-out situation for Tennessee earlier on in this game. KK Mathis gets 2 outs, and now passing the torch to Ava Bradshaw.
'21st appearance for Bradshaw, the redshirt freshman from South Lyon, Michigan.
A good spread of pitches. Tends to be a little bit more down. Can go up at 19% with that rise. Can go side to side with that curveball and that change. And listen, in this type of a situation, I don't want to elevate and celebrate. I want a down ball thrower. I want to keep the ball in the park. So knowing she's primarily down in the zone, I think this is the best option here, especially with just the double to the hit by pitch. Ava Bradshaw coming in this ball game with 2 outs and bases loaded.
This is a young Tennessee team, and they will put a young player at the plate here with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Meredith Barnhart, freshman from Parker, Colorado, will step in. You see her numbers on the season. 6 for 27 for Barnhart. 0 for 4 with the bases loaded this season. Gabby Leach at third, Taylin Holly at second, Maddie Rutan at first for the Lady Vols. 3-run Duke lead, 2 outs in the 7th. Bradshaw ready. Starts with ball 1 to Barnhart. 1-1. Bradshaw made one appearance in the North Carolina series. Went 2 1/3, gave up a hit, walked 3. So some control issues. Can't afford any control issues right now with the bases loaded. Fly ball, foul ground, moving over is Matthews. She got there. Duke has knocked off Tennessee.
Wow. So big for Duke. First inning, I just think really set the tone. I mean, this record crowd, that catch to get them out of it. This is huge. I think this puts Duke in control of their own destiny. The all-out effort by the defense tonight has been clutch. Ava Bradshaw comes in, does her job, gets the fly ball, gets him out of here. Big smiles, big hugs. This is huge.
Couple early nervy errors for Duke, but in the end, they made some key defensive plays. That one to close it out, the diving play by Lamar, the catch against the wall by Lamar. Duke has the victory. The win goes to Cassidy Curd in the circle. 6-3 the final as the Blue Devils pick up the victory. For Danielle Laurie and our entire crew, I'm Eric Freed. So long from Durham. Let's get you to OKC and Bedlam.